we supposed to make of the action in the stock of Pool Corporation? That's America's leading wholesale purveyor of pool parts, supplies, and maintenance equipment. Here's a stock that's given you a remarkable long-term run as Pool Corp has acquired competitor after competitor. A lot of mom and pops, too. It's up more than 40% over the past year, and the darn thing has nearly tripled over the past 5 years. I think these guys are one of the few clear winners from global warming, too. Nothing makes you want to swim like unbearably hot weather. But Pool Corp's shares have pulled back more than $9, or nearly 6% from the recent highs, after the company reported a not-so-hot quarter a week and a half ago. While the company's still growing nicely, it posted a small top and bottom line miss. More on that in a second, even as management raised their full-year earnings guidance. The culprit? Pool blamed a slow start to the quarter, as many of their markets had a delayed spring this year. However, the company's confident about its prospects, which is why they raised their forecast. Now, making things more complicated, longtime CEO Manny Perez de la Mesa is stepping down at the end of the year. So do we need to rethink our thesis here, or is the story intact? Let's take a closer look with Manny Perez de la Mesa, the outgoing president and CEO, to learn more about the quarter and what is going on with the future. Mr. Perez de la Mesa, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
All right, Manny, I don't know. 77 quarters of investor calls. And you're calling it quits? What's the matter? Why do you want to move on?
Well, it's been 20 years. It will be 20 years at the end of this year. And we have a great team in place, great leadership. We're in a great industry. And as time goes on, I think that I should unleash them to the future and continue our track record of growth.
Well, Manny, I have to admit the track record is incredible. As I mentioned, the stock has tripled in the last 5 years. But if you go back 10 years, it's been one of the great stocks. How can you explain how even during tougher times, you continue to put up great numbers when people would have thought that, wait a second, pools are a luxury no one can afford anymore? It never really skipped a beat. How is that possible?
Well, first of all, our revenues come from the installed base of pools. The over 8 million pools in ground and above grounds in the United States, and another like number internationally. To that end, we have endeavored to work with our customers, work with our suppliers to help grow the industry and help our customers succeed. We've been doing that for many years in the process, being part of a great industry, continuing to grow share organically, as well as increase our effectiveness to bring more to the bottom line and provide the shareholder returns that you've noted in your comments.
I mean, how do you make up for the lost months? I mean, this is like, for instance, Clorox makes charcoal, and they'll tell you, look, we can't necessarily make it up. It's got to be incredibly hot at the end of the summer. But you seem to be quite confident that even though you miss with a cooler spring everywhere, that you'll still make it back.
Well, when you look at our business, we have year-round markets, which are fairly steady all year round, obviously. And then we have seasonal markets, like where you live up in the Northeast. And for example, when we went through our quarter in the second quarter, our base business sales were up only 1% in April, given the delayed spring. But in May and June, we were up 9% organically each of those 2 months. July is another good month. And that's just evidence of the strength of our model, the strength of our business, the strength of our industry, and the great future that we have ahead of us.
There are still plenty of companies to buy and plenty of smaller mom and pops to pick off. And the people who are in this business still need you and save a lot of money if they use you. Is that correct?
That is correct. I mean, our model is to work with our customers, the contractor customers especially, representing over 70% of our business. We provide them the materials. We are their business partners. When they're doing a job, whether it's remodeling a pool, replacing the equipment in a pool, making a repair, basic maintenance, or even building a new pool, any facets of that business, they need us to provide them the materials when and where they need it so they can bill out their time and succeed.
Do you think that your new CEO has any aspirations to be able to come up with some new things to be able to do, say, during November, December, January, just because you've got a great funnel? There are a tremendous number of people who rely on you. Are there other businesses that you can put through that funnel for contractors?
We have looked at that over the course of time, but Pete Arvin is a very bright guy. He has a great team around him, and I am sure that they will come up with new ideas to further our growth for many years into the future. So I don't know so much about taking the edge off the winter in the northern markets, but certainly there are opportunities for us to continue to improve our execution, continue to enhance the value that we provide to our customers, as well as our suppliers.
Well, I want to
and to that end, in the time, yeah.
Well, I just want to
Go ahead.
congratulate you. I mean, I think that what you've done is masterful. I used to be worried about Californian drought. You told me not to be. I was concerned about whether the weather would be good. You told me not to be. You were money good on every one of these. I want to wish you the best of luck, and I think you're leaving the company in great hands.
Thank you very much, Jim. Really appreciate your support.
Well, you deserve it. Okay, that is Manny Perez de la Mesa, President and CEO of Pool Corp. I'm as confident as ever. This stock is going higher. Mad Money's back after the break.